Hello everyone, welcome to Mockduck Plays Games, youtube.com/Mockduck Plays Games. I'm just going to be hanging out for a while, playing a little bit of Caverns of Mars to see if I can put myself up there in the rankings a little bit. This really comes from the VCS Discord, is really what this is about. And then heading over to play some Vector Sector for the Atari I.O. Club VCS Challenge. So either I'm going to record my mediocre gameplay or some of my best, and I guess we'll find out here in just a little bit. Thanks for being here. And this is just a quick live stream. I don't do this all that often on the channel, but I do it occasionally. So if you happen to be around on YouTube and see this and want to say hello, please do. And thanks for being here. Let's get to some gaming. I think. Ah. Well, that's not right. Okay. That's not it either. Okay. There we are. All right. Hey, that should work. Sorry about that. Let's get to checking it out. Make this happen. Caverns of Mars I really discovered through the Atari 50th collection. This is originally released in '81, as I understand, by a senior in high school as part of a programming competition that I guess Atari was having on its computer division. And eventually enough people liked it that it became an actual commercially released game. You'll see I will play this just enough on Atari 50th here. This is on Antstream. So like you'll notice the difference. Once you get used to seeing how this looks and then see it in Atari 50th, you're like, wow, 50th looks frankly way better. But you'll see the difference. It's pretty interesting. I wonder if it's either a European like PAL conversion thing, or if it's maybe US a little different. Or what? I'm not sure. It is hard to see your bullets in the Antstream version, but you get kind of used to it. You'll see it's much easier to read in Atari 50th. But I'm doing this on Antstream because of the Antstream leaderboards, which are pretty cool and are a pretty fun way for VCS folks to kind of have a little competition and have our name on there. My best is as you see here, not great. I'm in the 24th position or so, but I'm getting the hang of this game. So maybe we'll see. Maybe I can do something good. This game is tricky. There was a leak, of course, that this is getting the recharge treatment next, which I bet if Adam from Atom Vision played this for some reason in Atari 50th or something, I could totally see why they'd be like, I want to do a recharge of this. And it'll be cool. I'm sure it'll be real cool. This gets really tricky in level 2. It starts zooming. You will see. Fortunately, you can't shoot. Here we go. I have yet to make it out of Cavern 2, but we'll see. Besides points, my understanding is that either on this difficulty level or at some other point in the game, some of these unshot things will come after you, like launch and what have you, which I imagine would make it fairly difficult. You do need to make sure you're picking up fuel along the way. I have indeed run out of fuel trying to get to the bomb. Oops. What? Come on, 22? Oh, that isn't gonna work. Still, that's not gonna work. See how quickly, see how to really be tight on those turns, and I haven't been able to really get it down yet. Let's see. Oh, just gotta really know your pixels. Well, still, 43 is higher. Wowza. That's hard. I don't know how you're supposed to do that. How are this is a novice. Let me try. I'm not sure how to change the difficulty. Nothing seems to work. That's fine, we'll play novice again. Ah! So really trying to get them all when I can, but it's hard, especially with some of the shots, to see. Alright. Uh-oh. This is a game where you see your death coming. Last score may have been my best. Probably do one more game after this. See how competitive it is. Yeah. Okay. So this was originally released for... Oops. Oh, come on. Fine. This was originally released for the Atari 400 or 800, I believe. And as part of it, essentially something like a homebrew competition in 1981. And my understanding is sometime by 83 or 5, it was released commercially then by Atari, just because it was fun, because it's really addictive. It's a really addictive game. It's cool. It's really cool, and it was made by a high school senior, and it's really cool. And it's kind of a lost gem, but not for long, because it's an Atari 50th. And so a whole bunch of people discovered it, and sounds like anything, like it's all but official, that Caverns of Mars is going to be the next Recharged game from Atari. What happened is, earlier this week, some production marketing art slipped out on their website. So it sounds like they're probably getting close to having something more official to say about it, but what do I know? Either way, we saw it, and it said Caverns of Mars Recharged. And it was very clearly a Recharged game. And that'll be sweet. Here's the good news. That's great news, because this game will be ripe for a recharge. You can totally see Atom Vision and Sneaky Box working their magic on it. So, it's cool news. But a lot of us, well, I can't speak for everyone, what do I know? But I don't really think this game was all that well known, really. How many people are really aware of it? Maybe plenty. But I think the 50th really raised its stature in a nice way. And it was a great game to include, too. It's one of those games you can imagine playing on an old 80s computer joystick, how difficult that must have been. No, I didn't want to go that way! Because you see your own death coming. When you make your mistake, you're like, oh, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna die now. But play it enough and you start to learn a few little tricks that people who are undoubtedly better at the game than I, will, get better at. Like Driller Joe with his 100 and what thousand? Okay, well, 43, 190, I'll take it. Where does that put me on the leaderboards? Let's find out. Puts me 12th. I'll take it. I'll take it for now. 12th on leaderboards. I can try to do better in the future, but let's see about going up on these. Here we go. Oops. How do I make it go up? There we are. Could crack the top 10 reasonably. Probably not that top 3, though. Look at that. Wow. But 12th not bad for a first shot there. That's incredible. So, yep. Yeah, I don't really know the history of Caverns of Mars outside of what I've seen in Atari 50th. There's a little blurb in it. I guess we can just show that here. Because I'm going to boot up the 50th version and play it real quick for you anyway. Because you'll see the visual difference as well between that and the Antstream. Now, just remember, Antstream is cloud gaming, so it played great. Antstream is the best. I love Antstream. My understanding is they've moved to $12 a year. They've been very, very generous with the free. And I guess this year they're like, well, free is now $12. And honestly, $12 a year, $1 a month to support them just to basically help keep them in business, that sounds like nothing to me. You know what I mean? But I'll do it. But I started paying last year. They had some kind of promotional deal. I can't remember what I got, but it was really, really good. It was maybe 20, 30 bucks or something. I think it's on the timeline. Yep. Yeah, the Atari Program Exchange, APX, a division to publish and sell the best Atari computer programs submitted by users. The biggest APX hit was Caverns of Mars by Greg Christensen. Later released under the Atari Home Computer label, which is what you see here, saying also plays on XE game systems. I think this was part of their XE thing. And look at that original cover art used on the Atari published version. Oh, look at that. Let me hide the control. And options. Looking good. Wish there was a little better sensitivity on this, but it's okay. Move my mouse out of the way too. That's some pretty good looking art, if I have to say. Let me get my own camera minimized here. Cool. I'm going into a Elgato HD 60, a basic, it goes up to 1080p through the HDMI port, basically acts as a mid-between, and then goes into your computer through USB 3.0. So as long as you have a decent USB port, it just sends the signal that way. And then I'm picking it up using XSplit. I have a paid version of XSplit that's great for recording and some streaming, although I recently have had some issues that I've switched into OBS for some things. But for tonight's stream, it's still XSplit. I just find it's really easy to use and I like it. So, alright, well that's where we are in Caverns of Mars. So let's go back to the game library and play it quick, and you'll see what I mean. Up to and including that cover screen. Now, there is also the actual instruction manual here as well. So, but it doesn't really tell you anything you couldn't just figure out. So, controls are simple. And I'm going to resume. You can see how different it looks though, huh? I don't know what to make of it, but I also don't know, maybe one is like the original homebrew version and one's the Atari XE version, but maybe I don't know. So at least I have found in my better games, you'll get some patterns to kind of get you through these waves of enemies that you'll see. Just sort of treat them like walls. Yeah, I do have the, actually I've got the filter off. It looks cool with it on. And I've got the border on, but I'm not really seeing much. Oh yeah, it's the TV set. I could turn that off. hopefully I won't need to get that close to get through level 2. Yeah, it actually does look very authentic in Atari 50th. They did it right. They really did. It's nice. I often usually turn that stuff off on this kind of thing, but I've been leaving it on for the 50th, and that's pretty rare. Because it is cool. And it does look kind of more like you remember it. Maybe. I went back and forth about whether to hold the button down or not, but ultimately you shoot so nicely with it down, sometimes faster than I would trying to manually catch it. So I've tended to leave it on. Ooh. And see your death coming from a mile away. 1 parsec away. Yeah. Alright, well, you know, still 40. There you go. I wanted to play some Vector Sector. That's what I'm really here for. So, which is an amazing game. It really is. This is a game created by Digital Eclipse for Atari 50th. And it's sort of a mashup style game that is something else. I'm going to turn it up a little bit in the mix because it just sounds so good. You want to try to get all of them if you can. And yes, you have to pick them up. You can ram into them. It'll put you behind it. It kind of gets you off a little bit. But you can do it and succeed and not lose a life. I've rammed into them and then picked up enough speed to kill them before I would hit them. But the big thing I learned is this. Watch when I fire standing still. See those little particles to the left and to the right? They will get whatever's to the left and to the right of you. So inevitably, you are going to see enemies at your level, and there's no real super zapper. So that's your super zapper. You just have to kind of get them in the level next to you, like that. but not die. And then just hit it. And they'll die. You can use your shield to go through them as well. What I had been trying to do, though, is, 'cause I thought that's what I had to do, is use the shield to go through them and pop it up at the right moment and just shoot them. Which was really difficult, but can in fact be done, sort of. But I was like, this game is impossible. And then someone was like, no, you shoot them from the sides using the laser gun. And I was like, oh, okay. And yes, it has made a difference in my high score. Nice. This game is amazing. It's so good. I believe you should be able to destroy the tanks, although I don't seem to recall seeing myself do it. I've been trying, but you tend to be focused on other things, right? I'm busy, man. Alright. I've yet to get to wave 3. We'll see. It's just a matter of time, though. Now that I'm starting to learn its secrets, I will. I just need to have a good enough game to make it happen. Oh, man. Oh, well. So, I guess I'm not... It's not like I've played a lot of Lunar Lander, but I guess I have played enough of it over the years that I find it really easy. As you can kind of see, I really don't lose my life much in Lunar Lander. But... yes, if you've never really played the game much before, it's weird. Once you kind of get the hang of how to decelerate. But the other tip, let me show you this then while I'm kind of doing this. If you're going down too fast, like let's say I'm trying to go, oh my gosh. Pop your shield, boom, see? Then you'll be okay. I think it's supposed to be kind of like Battlezone, right? Except it isn't. But it kind of is. I don't know. It's really cool, whatever it is. Maybe a little Star Wars, the arcade game, honestly, as well. I found there's a way I can kind of feather the chute on the right stick. You're probably hearing it a little bit on the mic. And I found that slight separation gives me the kind of coverage I'm looking for a good Tempest game like that. But I'm seeing high scores in the Atari I.O. Club from like Wave 5 and things like that. Oh my god, ow! Ow! You know, but we'll see. Just gotta get there. I don't know why I've played a lot of Lunar Lander. I've never been super huge into the game, but I do enjoy it now. But, I don't know, I guess really just the arcade I had it or something. Oh, cool, Atari. I'm picking up just a little drift recently on this modern. I think I've been beating it up too much. But I've certainly been using it pretty heavily for the past... That was probably my original one, so the past 2 years. I guess, yeah, it can be for good. And also I could maybe just clean it out. See? You can bounce off. If you need to. And you can shoot to the right and to the left. It's just a little hard. Maybe that's my secret. Maybe that's what I need to do. Learn to better shoot at angles in that level. Ooh. Alright, I'll just move one. Good jerk. Shoot me and then leave, why don't you? It's probably just a matter of kind of getting used to the correct placement of it, you know? And that'll just come with a little practice. Because, yeah, it's a little weird, right? Okay, well, see, this could make a big difference. finally made it to wave 3 at least. Now, if in the... there we go. I just unlocked the 2600 version, as I understand it, of Gravitar in the arcade. And let me make sure this was on stream. Let me grab a screenshot quick for Atari IO, because I think that's my best score yet. 31,251. All right. I think I'll probably try one more here, and then we'll see. But I really just used the color, the green to orange color, as the guide for Lunar Lander in terms of my speed. But then you also just get kind of used to it after playing it a bunch. That's kind of close. Anyway, this game is great on Atari 50th, and it's great on the VCS. It really is. So, I do intend to get the PlayStation 5 version at some point, because, you know, I want that too. I have the Switch version, and it's okay. I'm not a huge fan of the Switch. Maybe it's just a personal thing. I don't dislike it. It's just... And it's the best place to play Flashback Classics, and it's great. The physical edition's great. I just don't find the Switch to be the greatest gaming experience. I would describe it as crampy. I don't like the controllers. I don't like the Joy-Cons. I love the portability of it, though. It is great. Oops. Well, that was pathetic. Alright, well, that's fine then. I think that's... At least I set a new score here. So let me see what else we should maybe check out while we're thinking about it. Cloak and Dagger is good. This was an arcade game. I don't recall ever seeing it, so... It's pretty cool for the arcade, though, at the time. I would have imagined it looked really cool, but it must not have... Well, I mean, my arcades are really the arcades of Minnesota, rural Minnesota, in the 80s. So, I can't claim to... I've always had access to the most stuff, although plenty of things got there. But not Cloak and Dagger, or if so, I never recall it. See the secret, do you? Oh, that was a bomb. All right. I'm not sure what's with the freaky eye thing. Uh-oh. Well, that's cool. Well, that was fun. I think I'm going to wrap up the stream here. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I've got a new high score to submit to Atari.io here in just a little bit. So thanks for being here. And up this weekend, probably, if I can do it, I'm going to have a video review of Gunslugs as my next video there. So Saturday, Sunday, something like that. Have fun. Talk to you again soon.